It's hard to describe it as a car chase because they never go more than like 30 miles an hour.
Like a leisurely drive.
Yeah, a leisurely drive. And it's funny because they splice in like random reaction bits of Mark Hamill in the car. And there's a particular one where like nothing happens in the car chase, like nothing eventful. Like the bad guy's not like swerving them off the road or anything. They're just like following.
The cars
them.
aren't hitting each other.
Yeah. And Mark Hamill goes, "This guy's crazy. This guy's crazy." And it's just like, what did he do to make you feel that way?
He's going 30 kilometers an hour at a leisurely pace behind you. We cut to, as the car chase is happening, we cut to a junkyard. And we see kind of a mechanic guy. His boss is like, "Arnie, come on, get back to work." And Arnie just goes behind like a pile of trash with a Playboy magazine and is like, "Yeah."
He's cranking it.
Go fuck yourself, turd brain.
And he sneaks into like an airplane that's just like sitting there on the junkyard.
Yeah.
So he like sneaks into this airplane, presumably to go like touch himself.
Yeah. But then he accidentally falls asleep.
Which I'm assuming he just like went a little too hard. Yeah. he was enjoying his adult magazine too much.
He got too deep into the gooning and just passed out.
Oh, Arnie. The car chase continues, and eventually Karen and Raynor end up at that same plane.
They somehow lose the car, or like the car that's chasing them, and they end up at the plane.
Well, we should take this fight to the sky, and so they run into the plane.
Yeah, that's a great. That would have been a great line.
Mark Hamill's character Raynor says he has to get to his flight recorder, which is a device that was in the UFO that crashed with him. It'll be the smoking gun that he can take to the government and say, "Hey, I really am from the future, and there's an imminent alien attack, and I can help you prevent this."
Yeah.
So that's our big like. We are pretty deep into the film at this point when we finally get this is.
It was like 45
minutes into the movie,
least,
and finally they have like a mission. They're not just like meandering about. And then as they're discussing this plot, they need to sneak into the military base, find the flight recorder device in the UFO. They're describing aliens and the alien invasion. And then Arnie, the guy who was cranking it to the Playboy, we cut to him. Turns out he's been asleep in the back of the plane the whole time.
Yeah.
He pops through the curtain from the back.
Aliens, right?
And they bring him along for some reason.
They're totally sold out on having Arnie be a part of the crew.
Yeah.
And the theme of Mark Hamill just his character obnoxiously trusting anyone that the plot needs him to continues, because this guy is like just some rando. And the first thing Mark Hamill says to him, he's like, "Can you sneak us into a military base?" He's like, hey, dude who's been cranking it in the back of a plane and fell asleep.
You seem like you know a lot about breaking into government compounds.
You seem like the kind of crack team that we need to pull off this heist. And so he just asked this rando, like, "Can you sneak us into a military base?" And
Arnie's is how January 6th happened. This is like the origin of the, hey,
Daddy needs his protein. Yeah, Daddy needs his protein. So like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. And leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. 5-star review.